The Congress of Trade Unions and Staff Associations of Barbados voices its disappointment and strong objection to the decision taken by the Government of Barbados to sell the Civic Centre in historic Holetown, to allow for a private ownership of the beachfront and West Coast property to accommodate the building of a hotel. The Government of Barbados is to be highly criticized and censured on this insensitive and unpopular decision. It's regretted that the government of the day would want to interfere with this site, which is of the utmost historical and heritage significance to the island. Government stands to be accused of acting contrary to its promotion of protecting the heritage and the culture of Barbados. It begs the question why, on the one hand, the government is moving to preserve historic memories of Barbados by committing to the build-up of sites such as the Rock Hall Freedom Village in St. Thomas, the Youthton Slave Burial Ground in St. Philip, and the Golden Square Freedom Park in Bushtown. Moreover, it is known that the government is in the process of initiating development projects directed towards enhancing Spikestown, the second largest town on the island, for the purpose of preserving its history, heritage, and legacy. Judging from government's announced plans to replace the Sinan Fort, which falls as part of the UNESCO heritage site of Bushtown and the garrison, it would seem that the government actions are inconsistent with its policy of preserving the historical, heritage, and cultural aspects of Barbados. CTUSAB does not support the sale of the nation's historical heritage and cultural landscape to satisfy private tourism development, where ownership primarily remains in the hands of expatriates. CTUSAB urges the government of the day to desist from pursuing the path of selling the property of the Crown that is of historic and heritage value to Barbados. Instead, the government is urged to move to have Holetown designated as a UNESCO historical site, in much the same way that this designation applies to historic Bushtown and its garrison. With Holetown being the landing site for the first settlers to the island, the government committing to the sale of the Civic Centre at Holetown constitutes a blatant disregard for the preservation of the history and the heritage of Holetown. CTUSAB therefore calls on civil society organizations, politicians on both sides of the political divide, members of the clergy, and members of the general public to mount pressure on the government of the day to reverse the decision to sell the Civic Centre at Holetown.